Nowadays, there are many ways for birth control. Some of the modern methods require using a device, an implant, or some medicines. However, a lot of people don't like those methods or do not trust them alone. Instead of putting all your trust in such methods, or making serious commitments, you can consider how to prevent pregnancy naturally. There are natural methods that you can use instead of the methods that you do not like. There are many advantages and disadvantages of these methods. Let's get into the details. How to prevent pregnancy naturally. Pulling out to prevent pregnancy naturally. When we consider how to prevent pregnancy naturally, probably the most used method is pulling out. This method depends on the male partner's ability to control himself just before the climax. Theoretically, you can avoid fertilization by not giving it any chance. However, it is not an easy thing to do during the act. It puts a lot of stress on both partners and harms the joy at the moment. Accidents can happen before you can use this method. And keep in mind that there is a chance for pregnancy to happen without achieving the climax too. This method may help you to make it safer if you also use other methods. But you should not trust this method alone if you don't want to take any risks. Track your rhythm to prevent pregnancy naturally. One of the popular methods to prevent pregnancy naturally is tracking your period rhythm. You probably heard about it before. This method works by finding out your fertile days each month. These are the days that you can get pregnant. So, you can know when it is safe. But it can be confusing if you don't know the details. To be able to use this method, you need to know your period cycle. If you keep records for your periods, starting this method is easier. If you haven't been following your periods, you should record your cycles for at least half a year before starting to use this method. First, find your shortest period cycle within the time window you recorded. Take the number of days in this cycle and reduce it by 18. Note this new number. You can know that many days after your period starts, your fertile days start. Then you should find your longest period cycle within the time window you recorded. Reduce the number of days in this cycle by 11. The number you get will be the number of days you should count after your period starts to find when your fertile days end. So, after you calculate when your fertile days start and end, how to prevent pregnancy naturally is simple. Just avoid taking risks during your fertile days. You can make tracking these days easier by using some smartphone apps too. For some people, these cycles can be changing. For the best result, you can consult your doctor about this method. Similarly, when you want a baby, you can use the same calculation for the ideal days to get pregnant too. SDM to prevent pregnancy naturally. When it comes to deciding how to prevent pregnancy naturally, an easier method would be SDM. These initials, SDM, stand for the term Standard Days Method. At its core, this method is similar to the first method we mentioned. But this method is about the days that are safe for most women. As long as your period cycles are between 26 and 32 days, you can use this method as well. With SDM, instead of calculating your fertile days precisely each month, you can assume the standard time window as your fertile days. This window is the days between the 8th day to the 19th day in your cycles. So, you can prevent pregnancy by avoiding taking risks on those days. But the rest of your cycle should be safe. You can find smartphone applications for SDM to make it easier to track your safe days too. Mucous Check to prevent pregnancy naturally. Another way to know how to prevent pregnancy naturally is by practicing mucus inspections on yourself. To use this method, you need to check the mucus in your cervix regularly. You can use your fingertips for it. If you check this mucus regularly, you will see that the consistency and look of it can differ. And this difference can help you determine the risk of pregnancy. If you check it when your period is recently over, you will see that there is not much mucus there. However, during your fertile days, the excretion here increases. It will also become thicker and transparent. Although this method is prone to misinterpretation if you are new to it, you can learn to use it with time. You can take notes after your checks and create a table to follow the chances. Follow your temperature to prevent pregnancy naturally. When it comes to how to prevent pregnancy naturally, you can use your temperature too. If you check the inner temperature of your cervix by using a basal thermometer at the same time on a daily basis, you will see that in your fertile days, you are hotter, literally. Typically, the increase in the fertile days should be around only a single degree. Although this difference is quite small, if you make a chart that you write down your temperature every day, you can be able to follow it. The problem with this method is that such a small difference in the temperature can happen because of other reasons too. You might be getting sick, so that might be a fever. But even simple things like a hangover or anger can cause it. Also, if you do not sleep for the same hours every day, the temperature will not stay the same. However, you may still use this method along with other methods to prevent pregnancy naturally to be safer. To see our latest videos, you can subscribe to our channel and leave a like on this video to support us. Also, you can share this video with your friends to spread the information. We appreciate your comments and suggestions down below too. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.